recording, then I share the screen again. Okay, right. Okay. Can you see the screen, participants? Okay, so I start already. Okay, right. Now, can you see the screen or not? Anyone? Please answer me. Can you see the screen, the boxes here? Yellow and this one? Where is it? Okay, where is it? Chat. Yes, yes. Okay, can see. Okay, thank you. So I start. Now the problem is like this. Ayman wants to form a pattern on the floor of his son's room as diagram 3. Okay, as in diagram 3 lah. Given the size of his son's room is 6 meter by 6 meter and the size of a piece of tiles is 30 cm by 30 cm. How many red tiles are needed? Okay, so this picture here in the question, I enlarge it with color at the bottom here. Okay, I enlarge it with the color at the bottom. And when I enlarge it, you try to think of it as layers of tiles. Okay, the first layer is like this, not on top of each other lah, but beside each other. So the first layer is this one, second layer is this yellow color, third layer is the red color, fourth layer is the yellow color, and so on. So I have labeled them at the bottom here. Okay, the red color, the first square is, I call it the first layer, and this yellow L shape, or maybe 7, or you want to look at it as 7 or L, I prefer to call it L shape. So this second layer, this L shape is second layer. Now third, can you see the word third here? Yes. Then this L shape is the third layer, fourth layer, fifth layer, sixth layer, and so on. Okay, so you understand the problem or not? So we are going to tile the room, which is of size 6 meter by 6 meter, and each piece of tile, which is equivalent to this red color here, each piece of tile is 30 cm by 30 cm. We are going to calculate how many tiles are needed. Okay, right. So you understand the problem already? Okay, you understand the problem, then I carry on. Let me see where is the chat. Where's the chat? I don't know where's the chat. Okay, I look at the chat here. Can understand the problem or not? Okay, yes. Wei Ling said can understand the problem. Okay, so once you understand the problem, then I'm going to proceed. Okay, so as I've said earlier, the diagram shows the first 10 layers. The one that I've drawn show the first 10 layers here. First layer, second layer, third layer. These layers, they are next to each other. They are not on top of one another. They are next to each other like that. One layer, one layer. Okay, so the first, the third, the fifth, they are red color. The first, third, and fifth, and so on, they are red color. And second, fourth, sixth, second layer, fourth layer, fifth layer, sixth layer, and eighth layer, and 10th layer, they are all yellow color. So far, okay, can understand or not? So we're going to tile the room of his son. I want to know how many tiles are needed. Okay, so in order to know how many tiles are needed, don't say the thickness. I think the length and the breadth, not the thickness. I better change the side. The side. Okay, SIDE. The side of each layer is 30 cm. This is the side. This is the side. So this one is the side here. That's the side. The side of the each tile. Sorry, not each layer. Each layer also can, or each tile, TILE, is 30 cm. But we know that the length of the room is 6 meter, which is equivalent to 600 centimeter. So 600 centimeter, each tile is 30 centimeter. So how many tiles are needed? How many tiles are needed at the side of the room? By the side room. So I use 600 divided by 30, and I know there are 20 tiles here. So what I have drawn here is only 10 tiles. But actually the room has 21 side by side, like 20 by 20. 20 tiles by 20 tiles. How I know there are 20 tiles by 20 tiles? I just take the width of the room, 600, divided by the width of the side of one tile, which is 30 cm. So when I divide these two, I know how many tiles are needed along the side there. So 20 tiles. So 20 tiles means I have 20 layers like this. I have 20 layers side by side like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 until 20. Until 20 here. So there are 20 layers like that. So far, can follow or not? So far, can follow or not? Willie, can ah? Shamimi, can or not? Can follow or not? Yes, Ganga said okay. So now okay already. So I continue. Right, now how to solve this problem? Now first, in the first place, I know how many tiles are by the side. Do I know how many tiles are there in each layer? Don't know. We don't know how many tiles are there in each of the L shape. And different layers, they have different number of tiles. They have different number of tiles. Okay, so how to proceed? Okay, so we look at here. So the number of tiles is here, the length, this side 20, the breadth 20. So altogether we have 400 tiles. We know is the room is 20 tiles by 20 tiles. Actually is 6 meter by 6 meter. I've converted into tiles. So it is 20 tiles by 20 tiles. Okay, right. Look, let's just look at the odd layer. The odd layers, they start with 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. Now these odd layers, they are all red color. Then whereas the even layers, this one, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, they are all yellow color. Okay, they are yellow. So you are very clear about the problem. Okay, very clear. Okay, now next step. The number of red tiles. Okay, now you look at the diagram here. Here is one red tile. Here is one red tile. Okay, so Shamimi say why 20 by 20? Now you look at the length of the room. The length of the room is 600 meters, centimeters, and each tile is 30 centimeter. Okay, not 600 centimeter and 30 centimeter. So I take this 600 centimeter, I divide into 30, 30, 30, 30. Then I know how many tiles are there by the side. So when I divide, I get an answer 20. So there are 20 tiles by this side. So I use another 600, then divide by 30, 30, 30. Then I know they are all together 20 tiles on this by this side. 20, 20. Okay, so 20, 20 times 20, 400. Okay, now coming back to the red tiles, the red tiles. Now the first only one red tile. Then the second red tile, which is the third layer, you can see here the third layer here is 1, 2, 3. Here they are all together 3. 1, 2, and 3. There are 3 tiles horizontally until here. Then vertically cannot have 3 already, because if I pull down from the top, then it will be 3. But this corner here, this corner tile, I already give it to the horizontal one. So the horizontal one has 3. So the vertical one has only 2 tiles. So the number of tiles in this L shape is 3 plus 2. Okay. Not quite understand, right? So I show here. Okay. Now, can you see here? This is the fourth row. The fourth row, or maybe the fourth layer, right? The fourth layer has 4 tiles horizontally and only 3 tiles vertically. If I say 4 tiles vertically, that means I count this tile again, the top one I count one more time. So I say only 4 by 3. So I have 4 plus 3, the total number of tiles. Okay, right. Or maybe I show you this one. Okay, now let's say this layer, the ninth layer. The horizontal number of tiles, they are altogether 9 because it's the ninth, so altogether 9. But the vertical one, the vertical part of the L shape has only 8 tiles because the corner one I cut out and give it to the top. So it has so you count the horizontal one, which is equal to the layer number, which is equal to layer number, and the vertical one is one less than the horizontal one, because the corner one you cannot count 2 times. You just give it to the top one and you just take it. Okay, so coming back to these red tiles, okay, the first one is 1, and the second red layer is 3 plus 2. Okay, the next red layer is 5. So horizontal 5, vertical 4. Okay, the next red layer 7. So horizontal 7, vertical only 6. You just look at here to understand what I'm talking about. Okay, I give you a chance to ask me question. Can understand or not? If not, then you ask. So far okay? You tell me okay, then I move on. You didn't say anything, I wait for you. Okay, Shamimi said okay. Anybody else? Still okay or not? How to count the number of tiles? Okay, oh good. Okay, very good. So now this is the number of tiles. 1, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 4, 7 plus 6, until the last one. Now we know that it is alternate red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow. Now we start with red. There are even number of tiles. The last one is an even number, the 20th tile, the 20th layer. So the 20th one must be yellow. The one before the 20th one is the 19th. So the 19th one here, the 19th, the last layer is the 19th. Not the last layer, the last red layer is 19. Okay, so 19, then we have to plus 18. So this is the last layer. Okay, for the red tiles, we are looking at the red tiles only. So when I convert all this addition into actual number, I have 1, 5, 9, 13. Last one is 37. So this looks like an arithmetic progression. So if it's an arithmetic progression, what is the first term? First term is 1. What is the common difference? Common difference is 4. How many terms are there? 20 tiles, 10 red, and 10 yellow. So altogether for the red tiles, there are 10. Okay, 10 layers. And the last term, L, is 37. Okay or not okay? This actually forms an arithmetic progression. Okay or not okay? So let me see anyone. Anyone? Loka Dashini said, okay. Loka Dashini. This one maybe previous one. Okay, somebody said okay or not okay? Okay, Loga Dashini said okay. Loga Dashini. Oh, okay, Liu Ying said okay. So two of you said okay means okay already. So now I can start calculating the total number of red tiles. I can use the formula for arithmetic progression. So the formula for arithmetic progression is n over 2a plus l. Have you come across this formula in your MS? N over 2a plus l, because I know the last term. So I don't have to put 2a n minus 1d. That one only. Just use this one. So I substitute all these numbers into the formula. So finally I get 190. Okay, the numbers are all here. Just put inside this formula. So far, okay or not okay? Yes, Ganga say okay. Okay, Sai also okay, right? So now we have found the total number of red tiles. But the question say, other than these red tiles, we need to find the difference between the number of red tiles and yellow tiles. So that means other than finding out the total number of red tiles, we need to find the number of uh, yellow tiles. Well, actually, you can do like that. You take 400, you minus this 190, you will know how many uh, yellow tiles are there. So 400 minus 190 is how much? Anyone? 400 minus 190? Is it 210? 400 minus the number of red tiles is equal to the number of yellow tiles. Yes, it's 210. But then I want to show off. I want to show off that I know arithmetic progression. So how? Okay, right. Now the number of yellow tiles, 2 plus 1. Here 2, vertical 1. 4, the next one is 4. 4 plus 3. 4, bottom here 3. Next one, 6 plus 5. Here altogether 6 horizontal, 5 vertical, and so on. The last one is the 20th, because even number. This one 19, because it's an odd number. But for the yellow tiles, the last one is 20. So 20 plus 19. And I convert all this sum into numbers. So they become 3, 7, 11, 15 until 39. Until 39. So what is the first term? First term is 3. What is the common difference? Common difference is 4. How many terms are there altogether? 10. What is the last term? 39. Okay. Okay, so that's then using the same formula, I substitute all these numbers into this formula, n over 2a plus l, I also get 210. I also get 210, right? Yes, got question. Let me see. Why find Tn and not Sn? Okay, okay. Now, Sn, that means you have to find the sum of all the layers. Okay, Liu Ying, Sn is the sum of all the layers. Is the sum of all the layers. Okay. Oh, this is Sn, sorry. It's not Tn. I write down the formula wrongly. Is S, not T. This is S. Okay. This is S, sorry. Tn is I typed wrongly. This is Sn, okay? This is the formula for Sn. N over 2 into A plus L. Thank you, Liu Ying. Typing mistake. Typing mistake, okay? Thank you, Liu Ying. Luckily, otherwise I talk nonsense. Okay, correct. It's Sn, the sum of all the layers. Okay? Anyone? Okay. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. So we have found out also using the sum of all these layers. Okay, Sn, the formula is correct, n over 2 into A plus L. So we have found also the total number of yellow tiles, which is 210. But actually this 210 you can find from using 400 minus 190. You also can find the 210. Okay. Next, to find the difference between the number of tiles, you use 210 minus 190, which is 20. Okay, right. So if no question, then I go on to the second problem. Okay, any question? Hey Farah, how is your MS now? Improve or not? Farah? Farah? How is your MS now? But then you only go to school 2 months only. Then the holiday already, the COVID holiday? I don't know. Got improve or not, Farah? Got, okay, thank you. Got improvement. You work harder lah, Farah, work hard. I think you can, because you are a clever person. It's just that you miss your lesson, and then you cannot follow. Huh? Okay, right. If no problem, then we move on to the next one. Okay, no problem, then we move on to the next one. Move on to the next one. Okay, right. Now the next problem is actually both coordinate geometry and also solution of triangles. Okay, now solution of triangles and coordinate geometry, normally the most tricky one, the trickiest one is they ask you to find the shortest distance between a point and a line. Now, what do you understand by the shortest distance between a point and a line? So let us look at the diagram that I have drawn for you here. So the diagram here shows a point x, and the coordinate of this point is hk. I have also drawn a line, a straight line here. On this straight line, I have marked 5 points. I have marked 5 points. So these 5 points, they are A, B, C, D, and E. The equation of this straight line is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Okay, so we have a point x and we have a straight line there. I want to join this point x to the straight line. I want to join this point to the straight line. Now, there are many ways of joining them. As you can see from the diagram there, xa, xb, xc, xd, and xe. So there are so many ways of joining the point and the straight line. Now, among all these 5 lines that I've drawn, xa, xb, xc, xd, and xe, these lines, they have different length, and only one of them is the shortest. One of them is the shortest. Can you tell me which one is the shortest? The shortest line. XA or XB or XC? Anyone? XC, correct. XC is correct. Now, we know that XC is the shortest line, the shortest distance. So that is the shortest distance between a line, a point, and a line. Now, this shortest distance has a special characteristic. This shortest distance has a special characteristic. The characteristic is that this line XC is always perpendicular to the given line. Okay, so the shortest distance is the perpendicular distance between the point and the line. The other distance here, they are not the perpendicular distance, so they are not the shortest distance. Okay, right. So I tell you this one. Okay, diagram shows the point and the line. The coordinate of the point is given. The equation of the line is given. Okay, so this is what we have. Now the dotted lines, I've drawn many dotted lines there, XA, XB, XD, and XE. So the question now is, which one of these line segments is the shortest distance between the point X? I typed wrongly again. Liu Ying, if I ever type wrongly, Liu Ying and Ganga, please tell me. Please tell me. Sometimes my typing, I'm thinking of the correct thing, but when I type there, I type the wrong things. You have seen that in my integration. You remember integration? The modular sign I put elsewhere. In the end, I still got the correct answer, but it's just that my typing concentration is not there. Okay, please remind me if you see anything very obviously wrong one. Please tell me. Okay, right. Okay, thank you. So what is the shortest distance between the line, the point, and the line? X. and the line this one. Okay, so the shortest distance, click, yes, the shortest distance between a point and a line is the perpendicular distance between the point and the line. Now of this, all the colorful lines that I have drawn here, this red color one is the perpendicular distance, and it is the shortest distance. Okay, it's going to run out of time. Maybe I need to log out, then log in again. So you please stay with me. Please stay with me. Wait for the second link to come. Okay, after this lah, if you suddenly black out, then you know I have to give you a second link. Okay, right. Now the shortest distance between the point and line, this is the first method. Now you use the first method when the area of the triangle is given and the length of the base is given. Okay, what I meant by this? Now you look at this one, XAE is a triangle. Okay, now if we know the base here, okay, this line AE, and the area of this triangle is also known, then we can find the perpendicular distance. That is what I mean. Okay, if you are given the area and you have given the base of this triangle, we can find the vertical distance or the shortest distance. How? Okay, so we know that area of a triangle is half base times height. So area of triangle is half base is AE, height is XC. So you substitute the area inside, substitute the base inside, you can find the height of the triangle. And that height of the triangle is the shortest distance between the point and the straight line. Okay, right. So far, okay, right? Next, we have another method, and this method probably you are not going to study unless you go to Form 6 or you go to matriculation and so on, right? But I let you know first, right? The second method. Okay. Now the second method is if you know the coordinate is of this point x, which is HK, right? And you also know the equation of this straight line, which is AX plus BY plus C equals to 0. Now, if these two things are given, I'm now referring to the coordinate geometry. Now, this method probably you use it in the solution of triangles, right? So this second method probably you're going to use it in coordinate geometry, but you have not learned this. It is not inside your syllabus, so I didn't teach you last year, right? Never mind. But now I show you, right? So if the point is HK and the line is AX plus BY plus C, the perpendicular distance is given by this formula. So you just substitute inside this formula here, then you will find the perpendicular distance. Straight away you find. So far, okay or not? So far, okay or not? The two methods that I've shown you. Okay, right. Check. Okay, here. Which one? Ganga. Cannot. You don't use this formula in the exam, Ganga. Where is it? This one, Stop